Well, John Caudwell joins me now. Really good to have you with us, John. So when we talk about the excluded, the people who aren't receiving financial support, even though they're taxpayers, who are we talking about here?
Oh, there's a whole multiple different classifications of people who are earning money from PAYE and from self-employed, and if they're not over 50% of their pay coming from self-employed, they don't qualify. There's newly founded businesses that have not yet got trading accounts. There's PAYE freelancers. There's a whole plethora of groups of people who are not getting support. And I know it's very complex for the government to address this in a very efficient and effective way. I do understand that, but I'm extremely disappointed that they seem to be able to feel that they can leave these 3 million people completely neglected. It's desperately unfair and desperately damaging to those people's lives, their family lives, and to the economy for the future. But the more important issue is that there has to be fairness. You cannot have a section of society that are completely unsupported and who are told they cannot work, they must obey all the government rules, and that's quite right and proper that they do. But once you obey those government rules and your livelihood is taken away from you, you must be given the same sort of support as all the other people in the population.
You are very right in terms of the government support, the support the government has offered. One of the most generous in the world, the Treasury says, helping 2.7 million people who've claimed £13.7 billion. Now, I know you say only 3 billion, but it does add up. And there is no government who's been able to help every single sector in society, in the nation. And this government is just following what other governments are doing. They can't help everybody, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I don't really agree with that, Claudia. There are some people that probably shouldn't be helped because their businesses were not sustainable in the beginning. And with or without the pandemic, they would have gone out of business. And it's right and proper that they are not supported because otherwise we'd just be supporting failing enterprises. But you can't have all of the population supported correctly under this pandemic crisis and then have 3 million exclusions. And yes, we can afford it because the cost of borrowing is virtually zero. We've already got the 400 billion bill from this pandemic. Another 3 billion is totally and utterly affordable. In fact, as you probably know, I've been calling for my pandemic recovery, which I call CPR, Caudwell Pandemic Recovery, which calls upon the government to invest another 500 billion plus in the economy to grow jobs, not to support people, but to grow jobs so that we grow our way out of this future economic crisis and not try and find a way of just surviving and having an economy that's devastated for decades to come. We really need to grasp this nettle, be adventurous, be ambitious, and grow a way out of the economy. But part of that has to be supporting these 3 million people. You know, if this had happened to me at the start of my business, it probably would have killed my business off completely. In fact, if it had happened at any time during my business career, it may have finished me off. And I went from a one-man band to employing 12,000 people. We cannot kill off these green shoots of future businesses by not supporting them appropriately.
OK. Obviously, very clearly, strongly behind this campaign. And John Caudwell, really good talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you.